Exercise 2. Shani and Mel are using ribbon to decorate a project in their art class. The ratio of the length of Shani's ribbon to the length of Mel's ribbon is 7:3. It asks us to draw a tape diagram to represent this ratio. A tape diagram is an excellent tool that we can use to solve problems that involve ratios. We're going to use the ratio 7:3, and we first are going to label each of our tapes that we're going to draw as Shani to Mel. Now the ratio 7:3 means for every 7 parts of that Shani has a ribbon, Mel's going to have 3. We're going to draw a tape diagram where we're going to connect pieces of tape that are all the equal size. Shani's, since she is the 7 part, is going to have 7 pieces. Now we want to try our best to draw them all the same size, remembering that all of these are equal size pieces of tape. I know they're not the best. We all want them to touch as well. I want to create like a bar out of equal size pieces of tape. Now for Mel's tape diagram, we want to start at the same edge as where we started Shani's and use the same size pieces. However, for him, we're only going to use 3 pieces. Now, how can we use this tape diagram? Well, we can use this tape diagram to come up with equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios are ratios that are equal. I'm going to make a little table here. And I'm going to call this one Shani and this one Mel. And these are going to represent how much ribbon they have. If each one of these pieces of tape in our tape diagram represented 1 inch, Shani would have 7 inches of ribbon, and Mel would have 3. 7 parts for Shani to 3 parts for Mel. But what if each of those tapes were 2 inches? It represented 2 inches. Now Shani would have 14, and Mel would have 6. What that means is the ratio 14 to 6 is equivalent or equal to 7:3. What if each of these pieces were worth 3? I'm going to put little 3s in each one of these. Now Shani would have 21 inches of ribbon, and Mel would have 9. The ratio 21 to 9 is also equivalent to 7:3. We still have, with these 2 new ratios, we still have 7 parts for Shani matching up with every 3 parts of Mel. So the last thing I want to do before I finish this exercise, I want to name those equivalent ratios. We have 7:3, 14 to 6, and 21 to 9. Now there are many more equivalent ratios. We could have made a longer table, but those are just a few ratios that are equivalent to one another using a tape diagram.